24th of December, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
I paid 3. Oh, no one can hear me.
Where today? Busy is like I had a lot. I had an appointment with their lady, 46. Maybe he'll see us. Hope it takes some more. I don't want to be there when you drive. So I'm blurry, it's blurry. It's not painful. It's not painful, but It's annoying. You know, I agree with that. It's like, it's worse than, if I accidentally touch my eyelid, feel it, it's just a little sore. So I hope he takes that. I just wanted it off my head. I just wanted to get it to be done, all done. It's the operation. They found that he has some, you know, it's called hydrocephalus. Things like this. It's really good circulates around. And fluid. So he's making too much fluid. So there's an operation, it's a shunt. It takes the fluid out. Because it's always, the brain is always making this fluid. So it goes out in drips. And they put the tube inside the brain and bring it inside. And then from there, it moves through, you know, chest into the abdominal dreams. So trying to figure out, it's too risky. So to try to pull this, my friend, the kid after this one, and then like that, and then he's a surgeon, you know, neurosurgeon. This was the last Sunday. Remember, you didn't come. Yes. Yeah. So they did the test, and they think that he's a good, you know, that the operation would help. But it's a big operation. So it's been on the phone a lot, trying to figure it out. They told me this hospital, because I didn't commit to the, so they're making up the operating surgery. It's the month. Yeah. So they want to know, so we don't know. So I have to pull it back. So pull back and we know, okay? So the phone's being, the phone. So now I'm gonna make another phone call. Wait, I have a friend who missing a relative that lives in Charlotte. And the phone, see if she knows about you, if she has anything to say, and like, you know, I mean, that's not her, neurology is not her field. But I'm pretty sure she knows them. I like him, you know, I mean, I would pick him as a doctor. I just don't know any doctor who, the complications, you think you actually did not do this. That's it. It's a doctor, yes. You can be touched. Really, it's season. kind of borderline, but they say no. Say that it's, say that if it's, oh. Staying on the brain, pressing on the brain. Everything is inside. Everything is inside. The needs. After this, your life is wonderful, right? Say that. So, you still have, you still, then, what I'm saying, then I have these problems. You know, it's in your genes. Yes. You know, it's in your, because also my mom, right? Thinks so. You know, that's the. I'm tired. Well, not that. You get tired watching, right? He's walking from me. He's coming for me, my sister, the wall. We have so many cats. Just like, yeah. So she's taking care of the cats. Every day she's going to the mom, getting food. When I was young, or they were yes, they didn't do something. Just eat, go to the bathroom, sleep, eat, bathroom, sleep, yes, yeah. And then you, no, this one in February. Oh yeah. So they have that They want. They have to marry to hear them out loud all the time. And well, I had a cat for I don't know, still. Where is my mom writing on it? There. You know, I have two pets. I have one dog and one cat. My son. No, I said, oh, no, my son. Oh, your kids. My kids, yeah. My son is a dog. And my, because, cat, a little kitty cat. I think they're so cute, you know? Maybe, I don't know, something about them that I really like. So these papers I have to take with me today. So I'm gonna go in the room, in the bedroom, and make this phone call. I tried to get her last week, but she wasn't answering. She's a doctor. You know, she won't tell me anything, I don't know. I just want to hear that, yeah, he's a great doctor. I just want to hear, yeah, he's great, very good, it's very good. So, but she works there, so they're colleagues. I know, she's not gonna say anything. I don't think. Yeah. What she has to say. So, so today, I think it's just general, you know, like. That's it. Yeah, doing some dusting, take away fingerprints. And it's the best fingerprints. So, yeah, I do. No, I do. I do. This here is a heater, new heater that we got. Over here, it's on. I told you that the house is warm. You feel too hot? No, it's okay, because it's been very cold and. Or there's warm from this. I think so. Must be. Yeah, must be. I just got it. I just got it Friday. Just Friday. Got it. Yeah, it's good. So I'm learning how to so we're usually in this area here. So it keeps it a little warmer. Because I did have the heat on because the whole apartment was freezing cold. So I had the heat on for a little while just to get out the chill. Yeah. So we took the chill out and I put the heat up all, you know, hot all the time. You know, I'm not in the bedroom all day. I'm not in that bedroom all the time. And with the essential. I don't need it because it's really long. Not really because it's the heating is very expensive. So I just put it on and off. I know this might be expensive too, but I'm not gonna say how much shares. Well, it's up.
Morning, Alan. Welcome back.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Ready to go. Baba Kama.
Okay,
Let's take a look.
2016.
Yeah. 116. Unser Shutef Choleg, Jalola Das Chavero, Amor Polig, Lo Amor Lo Polig. Okay. Okay, let's start from let's start again from Ton Rabbanan. Shayara Shahaisa Maleches Bamidbar. Amud Geis Betrafa.
The caravan was traveling in the desert.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ton Rabbanan. So they were traveling, and a Gaius overtook them and plundered them.
Plundered them, right?
Amad Echad Mehem, the Hitzil. One of them got up and saved the plundered items of the caravan. Hitzil at the Emsa. Who does he save it for? He saves it for everybody. Whoever goes in and gets and says, this is mine, it's theirs to keep. If he says, Ani atzil liatzmi, if he says, I'm saving for myself, so then hitzil liatzmo, then he takes the things for himself. What exactly is going on over here? Idi yochol lahatzil, afilu seifa nami leemsa. If we're talking about a case where the owners would be able to retrieve their stolen items from the robbers, so then even if he's going to say, I'm saving for myself, it doesn't matter. Everybody will be able to, if he saves it, everybody will be able to claim their own thing. V'idalo yochol, and if it's such a situation that the owners are not able to rescue their items from these pirates, so then afilu reisha nami la'atzmo, even the case where he doesn't specify anything, he'll be able to keep it for himself. So that's the question that the Gemora has on the Bryce. That's the basic question on the Bryce. And Rashi told us. Ishiyacholin balim lahatzio. If the owners are able to get back their items from these pirates, lo yayish, then they will not despair. And then afilu omer la'atzmo gazlanhu, even the one who retrieves it from them for himself is a gazlan. He's another robber. He's not allowed to keep it for himself. Okay. So now we're trying to figure out the first answer that the Gemora said. How do we understand the case? How do you understand the two cases, the two dinim of the Brisa? Amar Rabbi Bar Chama. Rabbi Bar Chama says, "Hacha b'shutafin askinan." We're talking here about shutafin. The Brisa is talking about the Bnei Shayara, all the people in the caravan, that they are really they're really business partners. They own all of the mammon that they were carrying with them in partnership. No such thing that it's this person's thing and that person's thing and that person's money. It's all belongs to the partnership. So in such a case, oh, so if ukagon zeh, Rashi said was b'makam ibud mammon. If the partnership property would be going, it would be lost. Shutef cholek shalol das chavero. Each a partner, he could even against his fellow partner's wishes, he could be cholek shalol. He could be cholek. What's it mean? He could be cholek. Rashi doesn't tell us what that means. Cholek means he could make a division. He could make a division of the partnership property and take for himself his partnership share of the partnership property. So therefore, if so, then if he says that he's saving for himself, like it says in the Brisa, in the Seifa, if he says that, so then it works. Amar Polik. That's what Rashi says. Uma akiv chelko is masha hitzil. So the portion that he saved, that he got away from the pirates, that will be a portion to him. But on the other hand, Lo Amar, if he doesn't say that he's saving it for himself, so then we interpret his saving to be saving on behalf of the entire partnership. Lo Polik. So then that means that he didn't intend to just take his partnership share for himself and pull out. And so therefore, what he saved would belong to the partnership as a whole, and all the partners would share in the equally in that saving that was saved. That just one person saved. Rashi says, Lo Amar Lo Polig, V'Shapir Ovad. And he did very well. The Moser Nafshe, Iska the Travayu. He dedicated himself and was Moser Nefesh and put himself at risk in order to for the benefit of the other partners. Hoil v'hu shutif imoy orche lemitrach akuli iska. And Rashi seems to be bothered by a question: why should we assume that that's what he was doing? I would have thought that even without saying anything, he's obviously saving only for himself. So Rashi says no. Since he's a shutif together with all of them, he's a partner with all of them. It is the it's not unheard of that one partner will risk his welfare and try to save for the benefit of the entire enterprise, because he's part of that enterprise. It's good for him too. He doesn't want out. He wants to save the enterprise. Okay. So that's the first answer. That's Rabbi Wacham. Okay. So then we have another answer. Rava Amar. Hacha b'poelin askinen. So you want to read that next answer, Alan?
Yeah. What are we on now? Sorry.
Okay, so
it's on 116b2.
I don't know where it is in your art scroll, but
What's the words? The more answers, or we pass that?
it's the second answer. There's three answers over here. We're talking about the second answer that Rava says. Rava Amar.
Rava Omar. Okay, hold it.
Now, there was the first answer was the partner answer. Everybody's partners. The second answer is no, they're not partners. They're polling. They're workers.
Okay, a second explanation. Rava Omar, right? Rava said.
Right. Good.
Rava said, in fact, the Brisa speaks of a case where the owners of the property were unable to retrieve it. It is therefore regarded as ownerless. Hacha b'fo'alin asakakinan. And here in the Brisa, we're dealing with a rescue performed by a worker hired by the members of the caravan. The rule is that a worker may terminate his service in the middle of the term. If this worker announces that he is rescuing the goods for himself, he is in effect indicating that he is withdrawing from the service. Since he is now his own master, whatever he rescues is his own. If, however, he performs the rescue without saying this, he remains under the control of the employers. Therefore, whatever he retrieves is divided among all of them. Ucha Rav, and the Brice's ruling is in accord with the ruling of Rav. To Omar Rav, Rav said, Po'al yochol l'charzor bo afilo b'chatzi hayom. A worker can withdraw from service even in the middle of the working day. Rava continues. More deli or hodar base. However, as long as he did not withdraw, kakor sehor the bar al hababayis domini, it is though he is in the possession of his employer, so that he acquires an ownerless object. He has acquired it for the employer. Kehorah base, bay. But when he does withdraw his withdrawal, as well as the subsequent acquisition of ownerless property, is valid not because he was never regarded as being his employer's possession. Tamor acharinor who, but for a different reason as follows. Dakasiv, for it is written, Kilo, B'nai Yisrael Bordim, and the children of Israel are slaves to me, a God which implies below Bordim, La'adim, but they are not slaves to the other slaves. This verse tells us that no Jew may be compelled to work for another if accordingly constitutes a permit for a worker to withdraw in the middle of the day. Thus, a worker's being in the possession of his employer poses no contradiction to his being able to withdraw from service. The latter is a product of a scriptural decree. Now we have a third explanation. Rabbi Ashi Omar, Rabbi Oshar said, in fact, the Baraisa discusses a rescuer who was neither a partner nor a worker, but nor a person. B'shi yorchol ha'chotzil al yedi and the Bryce's case is where the owner of the plundered property is able to rescue the goods, but only with difficulty. If the rescuer revealed his intention to keep the goods, he has rescued the property for himself. The silence of the owners in the face of this declaration indicates that they have not despaired of retrieving the property. Therefore, the rescuer may keep it. Lo gali de la omrse. If the rescuer did not reveal his intention to keep the goods, he has rescued the property from everyone. Since the owners can rescue the property, albeit with difficulty, we must assume that they did not despair of retrieving it. Therefore, the rescuer must surrender the property. The note, in the note, it says that the owners did not despair of recovering the property. It did not become hefker. I'll do one more sentence part of it. Therefore, the rescuer cannot acquire it for himself. All right, I'll leave it there. All right, back to now the next page. And now we'll go to the Mishnah. The Mishnah.
Okay, maybe let's, instead of going to the Mishnah, let's try to understand what we're saying over here.
Okay.
That was a mouthful.
Hey, Lou, you're back. Good.
Lou is back, so let's see if Rashi can help us out to try to understand these two answers. Okay. Let's see. We're up to Rashi over here. We're up to Bapoel. Rav Amar Haga Bapoelin Askin. So Rashi has the word Poel. In other words, we're talking about the fact that the rescuer is a Poel. And just to remind ourselves what we're dealing with over here, the Bryce has said that the one that gets up and saves the items from the pirates, if he doesn't say anything, so then it belongs to everyone. He won't be able to take it for himself. But on the other hand, if he says that he's saving for himself, he'll be able to take it for himself. So the Gemora didn't understand how such a thing could be. because the Gemara said Maman of Shach. What are we talking about over here? Are we talking about a case where the owners of the items were meyayish? They despaired of retrieving them from the pirates. If they despaired, so then it doesn't matter even if he doesn't say the saver doesn't say it's all for me. It'll be all for him because it's hefker, it's ownerless. But on the other hand, if it's capable of being saved, and therefore we say that the owners did not despair of getting their stolen items back from the pirates, so then likewise, it wouldn't matter even if he did say, I'm saving it for myself. If he would try to keep it for himself because he saved it, Rashi says he's a Goslin. So what we're trying to figure out is what difference does it make what he says, what his stipulation is in him saving the item? Why does that account for the difference between whether or not it will belong to everybody in the caravan as a whole, or he'll be able to take it for himself? What's the difference? That's what we were trying to deal with. And the first answer was that we were talking about everybody in the caravan are business partners in this property. It all belongs to the business. And so in that case, we said that we explained that in the event that stuff is going to be lost, it's going to be going lost. So then it'll depend on what the guy who saves it is also a partner. He's a partner. so it'll depend on what he says. If he says nothing, then we assume he's saving it for the partnership. From Hefker, saving it for the partnership, not for himself. But if he says he's saving it for himself, so then we say, yeah, he's saving it for himself, and that's based upon the fact that a partner can take it and take his own portion of the partnership out of the partnership if it's going to loss, even against the will of the other partners. So that's how we answered the first answer. So that'll give us a background for the next two answers. The second answer, Rava's answer, is no, we're not talking about a partner. We're talking about a poel, a worker, and I guess the people in the caravan are his boss. One of them or all of them are his collective boss. So now we're gonna see what Rashi says over here. Poel, the poel.
I can't find where Poel is.
Poel is, you see where it says, we see where the Mishnah starts toward the bottom of the narrow lines?
Yes.
And where you got the Rashi on the Mishnah starts a few lines above that.
Right.
And then go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines in Rashi, and you get to Dibra Maskil Bipoel.
Okay, let's see. Poel, got it. Shehiyah, Shakir, the Bale, Sefina, Uche Sha'in, Yicholin, Le'atzil. There is his payment, Sachar, his payment to the owner.
Bale Svina.
Ukesha'in, I don't know these words.
Okay, so Bepoel Shahaya Sechir. he's hired. He's hired out. Lebale, and this word sfina is incorrect. There should be a correction over here. He's not hired out to the owners of the boat. He's hired out to the Bale Shayara, to the members of the caravan. So he's a worker that works that was hired collectively by the people that are in the caravan, that are on this they're on this caravan, and this right, and he's working for them. Okay, let's go. We can continue there. The last three words of this Rashi.
Ukeshain yicholim latzil.
Right.
Ukeshain, I don't know.
And when it's they're not able.
They're not able. Latzil, lahatzil. I don't know that one either.
To save.
Not able to save. So he's a worker. And he's not able to save.
No, that he's the one that saved it. This is a little bit a tricky type of a thing over here. On the one hand, we are saying there's two things that Rashi's saying over here. The first thing Rashi is saying is, who is this guy who's saving? And Rashi says he's explaining Rava. Rava says we're talking about we're talking about that this guy is a worker. He's a hired worker. They hired him for the day that the caravan is going, and he's a hired hand of the Bnei Shayara, of the people that are in the Shayara. So he's working for them. So they're his boss. And the second thing Rashi says is we're dealing with a case, right? The Brisa says that the pirates stole property from the Shayara, and that and somebody got up and saved it from them. So Rashi is saying that the case that we're talking about is that the property that was pirated by this Gaius, the owners are not the owners of the property, which constitute the people in the caravan. They're not able to save it. They're not able to save the property. It's not a situation that they're able to save it. And as such, Rashi told us before that they're basically meyayesh. They've despaired of getting their property. And so this person is stepping in, this worker, he's stepping in, and he's and somehow, some way, he goes ahead and he saves the property. So now, in this case, that's how we're going to understand the two parts of the brisa. If he says that he's saving it for himself, so then he'll be able to keep the property for himself. Because why? Because the owners of this property have been miyayesh. They've despaired. It's hefker, and so he really does have the ability to say he's saving for himself, and he's not going to be considered to be a goslin for doing so. On the other hand, if he doesn't say anything, so then we assume he's saving. Then he's saving for everybody, and everybody can take their respective thing that belonged to them, even though they were meyayish. What's difficult is that how are we really answering the Gemora's question? The Gemora asked, but if they already were meyayish, so it's hefker. So when he is retrieving it, why is it that it now reverts back to the ownership of the people in the caravan? So on that, we have to take a look at the words of the and back in the words of Rava. Rava said that he's holding according to Rav, that Rav says that a poel is yochol chazor bo afilu b'chatzi hayom. This seems to be very important. We're talking about a worker, but a worker he could quit. He could quit his job in the middle of the day. He's not required to work out the whole day. You hired him for the day. So you gotta, if he does decide that he wants to work for that day, the whole day, so then you gotta pay him for the whole day. You can't, it doesn't sound like you can decide to fire him, but he can decide to quit in the middle of the day. And since he can decide to quit in the middle of the day, that is what allows him to say, I'm taking the property here that you despaired of for myself. Because if he doesn't do that, so even if they despaired on getting the property back, since he is working for them, it's like when he gets it, when he rescues it from the pirates, he is like an agent of the people that he's working for, even though they despaired, but he is like an extended hand of theirs. So he, when he rescues it, he's rescuing it not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the people that he's working for, because his hand is like the hand of the boss. That's how it works. But if he says, I'm saving it for myself, then we interpret his words as saying that, oh, I just quit. I'm not working for you anymore, and I'm saving this for myself. I'm not saving this as a hand of you. And so since he made that statement that he quit, so now he can actually get it for himself, and he's not called a Goslin for taking it. I think that works good. Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Okay, everybody, have a great day. Feel good. Hashem Yishmor.
Thank you. You too.
Amen.